Alright, so this video is to go with my interesting video. So they just literally made me homeless and played around with my housing and everything over this sex trafficking and human trafficking business. And because I will not either delete my book or sign it, give it over to Laurent and whoever Laurent called himself giving it to. From what they said, they the kids also has said that Laurent told them how they talked to him. I don't know. That my furniture, my television, and everything else, and my social media is theirs because he gave it to them. The state of Indiana has helped my children, help Fort Wayne, Indiana, with their human and sex trafficking of me. Period. Point blank. This is what they have done. And I'm very pissed off about this shit. I just can't go all the way into it again because I just went off on Instagram about it and put up um and put up verification on that they're lying about every motherfucking thing. I know what you told me and I did exactly like I always do. Do what you say when it comes to my housing assistance because I know I can't afford housing by myself. And not only that, when I stopped uploading videos, that's when you stole part of my income. Then try to say it was because I made $2,000 in a month, which I didn't. Then try to say it's because I owe payments from my son when he was a minor. From my understanding, you can't touch state benefits. You got to get that from a job. That's what I was understood years ago when I first was applying for SSI. And I was going to court for a judgment. And they would ask me, do you got SSI already? Because if you do, we can't touch that. We can't touch state money. I said, no, I'm still pending for it. Okay, well then we can still go on with it trying to get money from you. Thank you very much. You lying on all y'all is in on it. Maybe that's why you don't want me to have this book. Because it's going to show the truth. But too bad it's so sad. I'm keeping it. And I'm dying with it. And I hope it helps someone. So y'all can see how trifling the industry, the states, and your children and family can get over money and fame. That is my story, Daha in the peeps, and you know it. You been getting paid off all my social medias damn near because it goes viral all the time, especially when I stay watching the news. And you know this and I know this. And all you've been doing is stealing from me. And it started here in Fort Wayne. When I left and went to Ohio, I didn't notice it. No dudes came up to me in Ohio hardly. Not like how they do here in Fort Wayne. None. No dudes did that to me in Atlanta. They try to trick off with me the same shit that niggas do. Beating on my hotel room door, threatening to kill and shoot me if I didn't fuck. None of that. None of that happened in New York. Threatening to shoot or have me beat up if I didn't fuck or do social media. No. No. The man that jumped on me after I left a comment on Les Twins' page about them promoting Hennessy when their fans was calling Hennessy a ghetto-ass drink and said I thought that the Twins did not drink anyway and people who drink act this way, they low class, they this, that, and the other. And I told them in a very nice way, I did not appreciate what they had to say about people who drink because I drink. And I'm not low class like they always think somebody is beneath them. And I said, ain't those grown men? Why do y'all care if grown men are promoting alcohol? They're grown. They can do what they want to do. And next thing I know, next time I went up there, after having my identification stolen in New York, birth certificate, social security card, and ID, and went to ask about it and buy cigarettes. That's when that Mexican man jumped on me. And when I got back to the shelter after leaving the hospital, that's when they had magazines on the steps, because you got to walk down the steps to get into the shelter. And it had French Paris, some type of food and drinks on the cover of the second magazine. The first magazine said French Paris, whatever. The second, it was 3 magazines. And the second one had food and drinks on the cover of it. And then the third one had, I forgot what the third one had, like clothes or something, because you know they into all that stuff. So miss me. That assault happened because of me leaving comments on his page, just like part of the assault that happened to my roof was messaging him the day before. If you do your research, police reports and police calls are public notice. I messaged him June 4th. June 4th was the same night that man, Mr. Brown, next door to me, and those kids tried to kick in my door because he said I promised him sex twice and it was time to pay up. And I wasn't going to have sex with him. So he came back with the kids that I don't know that has been coming over there harassing me in Waterloo. And they all tried to kick in my door. And I called the police that night. The same night that I messaged LaTwiz them. The next day, early in the morning, I called the sheriff desk and asked them, why didn't you come out last night? I called you in regards to them trying to kick in my door and this man trying to make me have sex with him. Well, we came out and we didn't see anyone. We just didn't come to your apartment. Why didn't you come to my apartment? I made the call. I wanted a report on that. Well, we just didn't come. We just came and did a welfare check and searched the area. We didn't see anyone, so we left. And I was like, well, okay, whatever. So I hung up. And then that was the next morning, June 5th. June 5th. And that's when I heard the Mexicans men say, oh, we got you now. You want to keep calling the police and something else. And then they went into that attic and start banging on my ceiling and everything like they do when they're trying to get me to come over and have forced sex with these men. And beat that hole in my ceiling wall. Everything I say will match up. And you know it. You know it. I ain't got no reason to lie. And you know Die High and the Peeps was my book about my 2 stolen kids, about a rape that Ohio covered up from the Greyhound in Florida when I paid to go see LaTwiz. That was me, Lucille. And the dude that paid for me, he was a sugar daddy to my daughter, the one who supposed to mysteriously be locked up in Decatur, Indiana, all of a sudden. And she brung him my way, her and her boyfriend. And her boyfriend would pretend to be her while she sleep and talk to this man and get money from him. He asked me, did I want to do it? And I told him no at first. That was before I was going to go see Laurent them. I didn't know I was going at first, you know. And he was like, it's so easy. You sure you don't want to join in on this? And I was like, nah, I'm good. And he had admitted that my daughter did not know he was messaging this man in her name, collecting money from him. And then when I found out that they was doing a workshop and I was working, I was like, shit, they're supposed to be in Baltimore. I said, well, shit, I'm going to go to Baltimore and go see them and shit. Then my daughter and her boyfriend talked me out of going to Baltimore, said it was too dangerous, this, that, and the other. A lot of people get murdered down there and not to go there. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to take y'all word for it because, you know, I don't know too much about places and stuff. I don't really go nowhere. And then not too long after that, maybe it had to be some hours later, that's when I seen another thing put up on Laurent's hashtag page that said they was having a workshop in Florida, Tampa, Florida. And then I called my daughter and her boyfriend back in the room. And I was like, look at this right here. Now it says that they finna have a workshop in Florida right after Baltimore. I should probably go to that one then. And it was like, yeah, Florida is safer, way safer than um Baltimore. So I went to look up the hotel prices, the Hilton prices. They was very expensive. And I couldn't afford that. And I was like, well, shit, I can afford the concert. I can afford the ticket. But I can't afford the hotel rooms. Then my daughter was like, I could get Randy to pay for you. He been trying to meet you. I been telling Randy that he was too old for me, and as long as he be nice to me, I'll let him meet my mom and stuff. She was like, let this be a gift for you, mama. Let me let it be a gift for you. I could get him to pay for you. And I was like, okay. And so she had ended up talking to him. He said he wanted to meet me face to face. We never had sex. I met him face to face. I danced with him. I listened to music with him. I laid in the bed with him with clothes on. And we just talked and stuff. And he told me about his deceased wife and all that. And then I was telling him how I wanted to go to this concert and stuff and how I couldn't afford it. But I really wanted to go because that was my dream, was to meet them. And he said, I'm going to help you make your dream come true. And he just went, got up, got on his phone, got out his credit card, told me to pull up the hotel in the Greyhound and pay for all that just that quick, like they said he would. And no sooner after that, when I came back after the rapist shit, not too long after that's when the daughters jumped me while riding Daha in the Peeps and this fake ass love affair. And you know what I'm saying is the motherfucking truth. I ain't gotta lie. And it's for anybody who creates content on social media, anybody who creates outside of social media. They have an organization that steals from you and then turn you into a product. And they get your whole family involved. Some of these entertainers, because all them entertainers who was calling me bitches and hoes through their songs, know I ain't never said nothing to them. They know him. They know my whole beef has only been with LaRock and Larry, and they know that. They took it upon themselves to want to stick up for these dudes because I guess they're homies, because the industry sticks together, and start calling me hoes and bitches through their music. I had no problem with nobody in the industry except Laurent and Larry. That's it. And they know I'm telling the fucking truth. Period. While you still keep trying to erase shit in my motherfucking book. Just like you did last night. You erased all those concerts, and I just had to replace those concerts and see if you're going to erase them again. Because you want it to be all about you, but it ain't yours. It's mine. And you're only in it to explain exactly how this trafficking started. Look at the differences with these twins. We are not talking about a pair of twins. We're talking about a family of twins. It's a franchise business or whatever you want to call it. A franchise family business. And that's what they used to throw in my apartment in Waterloo when I would leave. If I didn't go to Family Dollar. Family Dollar bags. It's Family Dollar money. Every time I opened a new YouTube account and made videos on that, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Next thing I know, I got Family Dollar bags either in my apartment or by my apartment. Whenever you get through. And you know I'm not fucking lying. I ain't got no reason to fucking lie, unlike y'all. I'm so fucking sick and tired of this bullshit that they getting away with.